What it is, what it is. It's your boy LB. We back, we live. Time to get live, live like a wire. Set a whole stage on fire. What it is, it's your boy Burley back with another episode of TAT, Testicles, and Testosterones. We talking, we talking today. We're gonna make these lives more regular. It's gonna be a more regular thing. We're gonna be coming with these lives. We're gonna have co-hosts. I'm gonna have some co-hosts with me. Team G Man. He should sign in, but we're gonna have Team G Man up in here. We're gonna have Mr. Roberto Shaw. And we got an interview coming up real soon with the man himself, the HTIC, the head teacher in charge, Mr. Wilson Pitts. Mr. Fix, what's good, sir? What's good? Would it be? What's good? What's good? We live up in here. Now I'm still working with this stream, y'all. Now I know on YouTube it's a lot easier to get my peoples, but we're gonna work this stream yard thing because I may have the co-host, Mr. Team G Man, coming through. Who with me? Who with me? I'm gonna let some people get in the building. Who with me? Who with me? See the cowboy hat on. You see how I'm doing the cowboy hat with the do-rag. Black cowboys in the building. Black cowboy hat with the do-rag. Would it be? Would it be? Dink the professor is up in here. My partner in crime is up in here. We're gonna let them notifications go out. I don't know how they're going out through StreamYard, but I think I get a better crowd when I'm not using StreamYard, but we're gonna do it for today. The next lives is gonna be straight through YouTube, but when we got special guests, we're gonna have to use the StreamYard. And we should have Team G Man coming on here. Sent them the invite. We're gonna see what happens. You know how we do around here. The 5 minute mark is when it starts. On your mark, get set. 5 minutes, we on go. Maybe 6 minutes. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. That's right. We may do 6 minutes just for Dougie Fresh. We're gonna do 6 minutes for Dougie Fresh. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. That's right. We up in here. It's Cowboy Town. Hold on, let me light my other one. I got so many. I keep a loaded clip. I keep a loaded clip when it's time to go live. I keep a loaded clip. Hold on, I think we may have had Team G Man come in the building. Let's see. Team G Man is in the building.
Salute, salute. It's the G Man, baby. Team G Man in the building. G Man TV in the building.
Facts. We got 5 minutes. Well, 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh. You're on. 6 minutes, we're going to start the show. And what we got here, we got a couple of points that I'm going to go over. Talk on. We're going to use my co-host Team G Man, give his feedback. And then we're going to break down some current events that's hitting us. You know what I'm saying? You can get our live reaction on these current events. We got 3 current events we're going to talk about, which is OnlyFans, Michael Phoenix, would it be? Which is OnlyFans.
That's a good one.
Abe and Preach, Fresh and Fit situation, and Brother Polite situation. Those are the 3 markers we're going to talk on at the end of these points. But we still got some time on there. Anything you want to tell them, Mr. G Man? Go on and speak to them while we got this. Let the people come in the building.
Yeah, man. First of all, peace and blessings to everybody in the chat. Salute to y'all, man. Thank you for coming in and joining the live. Yeah, these what was the second topic?
Huh?
What you said? What's the second topic?
What we're gonna do? We're gonna do is we're gonna go over some points that I got that I want to talk about, and then we're gonna talk about some current events. Abe and Preach, the brother Polite, and the dismantling of OnlyFans, partially dismantled,
Partially.
partially.
All right, all right. Yeah, that brother Polite one is pretty deep right there,
Yeah,
B.
that's deep water there. That's very deep water. Frankie Small, would it be? He says I was going to tell you a joke, but there's a 99.69% chance of y'all wouldn't get it. Hey, I do the comedy round here. Ain't too much comedy that fly over my head. Go and tell your joke, buddy. All righty. It's about that time. We at 6:34. Okay. Okay. To all my 6, 7 people in the building. You know, one thing is when you go live on YouTube, you seem to get a lot more. I think the notifications go out better than when on StreamYard. But we still gonna rock StreamYard. We're gonna make this thing. We're gonna make this thing the spit out for rat-a-tat-tat. Everything male testosterone. All right, let's start
Everything,
with
everything.
points. All right, the first point is game is experience, not clever words. I'm gonna say that again. Game is experience and not clever words. So where am I going with this? I've been hearing a lot about even talking with women, some of these younger guys in the manosphere, and giving out advice on relationships and stuff like that, and that's all cool. But a lot of these guys are like 22, 23, 24, and they talking about game. Now let's understand the root of game. The root of game is experience, not clever words.
Facts.
Not clever words. Anybody can come up with it. Like even when you're talking to a female, I used to have a dude that used to tell me slick things to say to the women, and that's kind of cute. That's cute. That can start the conversation off and open the door, but that doesn't mean you have game. Game comes from experience. Your experience of dealing with women will let you know when to say certain jokes, when not to say certain jokes. So let's get that point out right now that a younger man has to build game. You're not now we there are some anomalies that are blessed with game. Some people naturally have an understanding of things. We call those people the young people that got old souls. That's how we used to refer to them, is that they had old souls. So they kind of understood things that most young people wouldn't understand. But let's understand that game comes from the experience of life. So you have wisdom and you have youth. To get the wisdom, you got to use up your youth. Speak on it, Mr. G, man. What you feel about that?
Well, of course, man. I mean, game comes with experience. That's like
Uh-huh.
a really a no-brainer. That's common sense, but a lot of people don't carry common sense. It's not like you could buy it in a jar. You know what I mean? But yes,
Hold on, my man, Mr. Fix said there's a slight echo. Let's turn something down. Make sure. Let me turn down the sound. Mr. Fix said, Mr. G Man. Oh, he said, Mr. G Man, turn your audio speaker down because it's causing the echo. Okay,
it's good now.
a little bit.
Is it good now?
Yeah, it sounds good now. Go on, speak on your speak. Talk about game. Everybody said they got game. They got good game. How do you get good game?
Well, through experience, through trials and tribulations. That's how you get game.
Uh huh. So game is
Because
not blessed to you.
nah, game is not like born into your genetic structure. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you gotta know over time. And game is experience, like you said, like okay. So if we was to go back into time with the knowledge that we have now, go back to high school, I guarantee that we could bag all the chicks we always wanted to bag.
Why is that? Why would how break it down? Talk to the people. Tell them.
Because it's just the years of experience of, it's like trials and tribulations, right? So through the years, you talk to women, and then you'd be like, wow, man, well, that didn't work. You know what I mean? And then you keep doing it, and you'll see what works, what doesn't work. So you start eliminating the stuff that don't work, and you keep the stuff that does work. And that's where the experience, starts to come in with game. You know what I'm saying? So if we took what we know now, like as far as whatever experience, sexual experience, emotional experience, mental experience, if we bring that, you know, game all the way back to when we was in high school, what we know now, you have tons of chicks fist fighting over you. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much game is just a clever word for wisdom, huh?
Yes. It's just a clever word for wisdom.
There you go. Boom.
It is a clever word for wisdom. It's all experience. You got to go through something to know something. That's just the way life is, period. You can even have people that are OGs telling you something. When I was young and I was running the street and I was doing my thing, I had OGs pull me to the side of, yo, Jay, what you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? Don't do this, don't do that. But see, we ain't listening. We just think because we know what we're doing, right? So we needed to go through that to say to ourselves, oh, that's what OG was talking about. But you have to go through it. You have to go through it. You know, we go through it with our children, things like that. You know what I mean? I tell my son, hey, man, don't stand in the street right there. You're going to get hit by the bus.
Facts.
You know, but he gonna stand in the street and he gonna get hit by the bus. You know, that's the only way he's gonna learn, and that's the human development stages right there. You know what I'm saying? That's the development stages. You got to get hit by the bus. If we never got hit by no buses in life, then we would be so low in knowledge. You know what I'm saying? We would have zero knowledge of things around us, or things that we're trying to accomplish. We wouldn't have that knowledge.
Facts. So
you know what I'm saying?
So you're saying mistakes are the building blocks for wisdom. And so you got people out here trying to dodge every mistake. Is that possible?
No, absolutely not.
Every mistake?
This ain't the Matrix.
This ain't the Matrix.
No.
So not everybody's going to be a winner. It's going to be some losers, huh?
There's going to be some losers. It has to be a loser to be a winner.
Talk about it. Alpha and the Omega. The Alpha and the Beta. Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? It has to be a loser to be a winner. That just like in boxing. Two undefeated people come in. They both got belts. Somebody getting beat that night.
That's right. Somebody got to go. Somebody has
got to go. Somebody got to go, and it either is going to make that person better, or it's going to break them. It's either going to make them or it's going to break them.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Right?
Well,
you see people.
Go ahead.
If you see people, you know, go through something in life, you know, and it knocks them down and it keeps them down. Sometimes somebody gets knocked down and it's like waking up a sleeping giant.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Well, I heard one slick thing. I heard that to get wisdom, you have to use the coins of youth. The problem is when you get the wisdom, you have no more coins of youth left. What does that mean to you?
Well, yeah, there is. Well, when you're young, you have unlimited coins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as you get older, the coins start to become limited.
Or you start running out of money.
You start running out. So you got to use your coins really. You got to use them wisely, because every one you spend you don't get back. It's already spent. You can't get it back. So you got to be real cautious about how you spend them coins as you get older. Because when we were younger, we had unlimited. That's goes for everything. Our emotions, everything that we did. Like we did it on 100, and we could get into an argument with people and still have mega energy to go do something else when we were young.
Facts.
But if you get into me being almost 50, if I get into a 10-minute dispute, a heavy dispute, and I expand that energy on somebody, or extend that energy on somebody, I feel like I worked out for 9 hours or something, man. I'm exhausted, mentally, physically.
That's right. That's right.
You know, only 5 or 10 minutes of that type of energy being, you know, you put onto somebody, and it's just not. You got to really pick and choose as you get older, your battles, your conversations, the people around you, and you know, because there are a lot of energy vampires. You know what I mean?
They're real. They're definitely real. Facts. I like that. Okay, on the point. Oh, excuse me, I'm smoking on that row.
It's that chokey.
I'm smoking on that Choke Obama.
Yeah, that chokey.
I'm smoking on that Choke Obama. Let's go. All right. Level up. 2.
Level up.
Okay, the next one on the list. The past is gone. Present moment creates the future. So let's talk about a couple of things that don't exist. Your past and your future don't exist. Your past is leaving you. Your past is what we call fleeting. Every second, every millisecond, it's fleeting. It's leaving. It's gone. It's walking right up out the door. It's walking up out the door like a woman that never loved you, just walking right up out the door. And your future is within your present. So there is no future because you're within your present and your future at the same time. Now, Mr. G-Man, how could you apply that to your life? How could you apply that concept to your life? Talk about it.
Well, you can always plan for the future, but because we're not promised nothing. We're not promised 3 hours from now. We don't know. We don't know. You know
we don't know.
We don't know. I could get up from here, God forbid, and fall down and smash my head on the corner or something, and I'm gone.
Well, we just people who don't live by this way, or people who don't understand that, as the Dalai Lama said, you create your own suffering. So you can have great plans, but then when plans fail, most people, they take the dive off the cliff with the plan. So having a plan, should you have a loose plan, or should you have a detailed plan for life?
Man, that's a good one.
That's right. That's why you're here. That's why we got you on the hot seat, buddy.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's a good one.
So, do you need a loosely based plan, or do you need a detailed plan? What would you say?
They're both not guaranteed.
Well, the loosely based plan is not fixed in any guarantees. The detailed plan is fixed in the guarantee.
Guaranteed, so yeah, that's true. Facts.
Yeah. So which one would you use?
I would use I would use the fixed in the guarantees.
Oh, so you would go to merge the two. Okay. Mr. Michael Phoenix said loosely detailed. I'm kind of on the fence with Michael Phoenix. I say loosely detailed because they said the devil's in the details. Where does that saying come from? The devil's in the details, because the details are the added part that you put in there that don't go with life. So I can say 2 years from now, I want a house on the beach, and instead I end up in the trailer park, in the trailer home. Should I kill myself because my details didn't go right, or
absolutely not?
Happy that I'm alive and I'm in my trailer home.
You should be happy that you're alive in your trailer home, because it could
Boom,
always be a worse situation. You know what I'm saying?
boom.
Always could be a worse situation. Things in life, um, don't plan out all the time, man. That's just not the way life is not designed
On your
to
plan. See, there you
on
go.
your
See, that's
plans.
right. Life is not designed
It's
for
not
your
designed that way.
plan.
It's not designed that way. It's not designed that way. It's never going to be designed that way. You know what I'm saying? It's not designed that way. Even Mother Nature's not designed that way. One day
Right.
is sunny, then all of a sudden, 10 minutes later, it's a storm. Where did the storm come from?
That's
That
right.
wasn't part of the day, but it just came. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's not designed. Life is not designed to have it your way. You have to try to
Not
make.
like Burger King. Hold on.
Not that.
Life ain't like Burger King.
Nah, it ain't like Burger King.
That's what you telling me. We
Nah,
can't
it ain't
have it
like.
our way. I can't have the
Nah, I
Whopper
can't have it
Junior
your
and the
way,
chicken
man. I
fried
mean,
fries.
you can make it as much as you want it your way,
Uh-huh.
but it just doesn't necessarily mean that's the way it's gonna go. And you have to be. This the difference. I mean, you have to be before entering anything. You have to be mentally um, strong, and you have to put in your mind like, if I fail, I have to continue to move forward, even if I fail, because with failure comes knowledge, and eventually, if you stay on the course, you'll reach your destination. But you
Mm.
gotta stay on the course. Some people, they get knocked off the course. They say, "The hell with that course.
But
I ain't doing
but
that."
I got a question for you, because that's right. See, when we have people on our show, we putting them on the hot seat to dig their brains for their great knowledge. And team and Mr. G Man here is full of knowledge. This man is an encyclopedia. So we gonna hit him with the hard questions. What is the course? I know we hear that a lot. Stay the course. Young man, stay the course. Yo, you over there, stay the course. You watching this live, stay the course. But what is the course?
The course to me will be your why.
Mm.
What is
Okay.
your why? That's
Okay.
the course,
Okay.
right? Or your why your children, or your why your wife, your mother, your what is the why? That's the course.
Mm.
Why do I get up every day?
Oh,
Today
okay.
and today in Tampa, Florida was yesterday as well. And I did a live yesterday. I went out there, I did, I don't know, I think I got 6, 7 rounds. It was 111 degrees outside
Oh
yesterday,
my God. Clutch my pearls.
right? Today I went outside. I did another 8 rounds. It peaked at
Hold
100.
on 1 second. My man Idris is in the house. What's up, family? KS.
Salute.
That's right. Salute to everybody. Go on. Keep going. I just got to salute the people.
And today it peaked at like 112 with the humidity today, right? It's been hotter than usual these last couple of days. But my kids, my grandkids, my new grandkid that's coming, this is why I stay the course.
Uh-huh.
You
Mm.
understand? That's why I stay the course. Because if I fall off the
Hold on. So
course,
you saying why you stay the course is because the course is your why. That's deep there, brother. Real deep
yes,
shit.
the course is my why. And it depends what your why is. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Everybody got a different why, what they're doing.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
You
So
killing these questions, Mr. Team G, man. I'm just gonna let you know, and then I ain't saying this just because you my family. I'm just gonna give you your flowers now. You know what I'm
salute.
saying? I'm out here throwing fastballs at you. You know what I'm saying? People be coming for them under. I ain't throwing no underhanded balls. I'm throwing them over the top, 90 miles per hour, and you knocking these things about the park, sir. Well, we got to move on. The next one. When men are over emotional, people, things, and places die. When men are over emotional, people, places, and things die. What does that mean to you, Mr. G Man?
Well, when you're over emotional,
When men,
that's yeah, as a man, it has a ripple effect.
Okay.
So when if you're too emotional in your decision making, or you make decisions on an emotional base, desperation, emotion, it 10 out of the 10 times it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
And the people around you, it has a ripple effect. It'll affect the people immediately around you, the places and things around you. So when you approach any situation, you're going to have to do it with little emotion as possible.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Little emotion as possible.
Well, I believe that nature made us. Nature ain't make no mistakes. You know, nature ain't wrong. So nature made men 90%. We'll just say 90%. 90% logical. Women 90% emotional. And when the two come together like butt cheeks, then we be the shit. That's how it's supposed to be. See, nature made the rational side and the intuitive side. We come together like butt cheeks and we be the shit. See, that's how nature has made it. But when men are working on more emotions than their logic, then the building that we do as men, we can't build. And when we can't build, we destroy. What you got to say about that, Mr. G, man?
Yes, but when you can't build, exactly, we destroy. You know, it's difficult to build on on emotions that are overflowing, and you can't think. Right, the greatest, every great martial artist has said this, right? And I'm not talking about fantasy kung fu and none of that other stuff. I'm talking about true martial artists. Bruce Lee has said it. Michael Jai White has said it. When you fight with emotion, you're gonna lose that fight.
I got it. I got another one. Rocky Marciano said, "First person to get mad loses." Boom,
boom. Boom. There you go.
Rocky Marciano said, "The first man to get mad in the fight." He was talking about in the fight. Let's get that clear, because Rocky Marciano was a heavyweight fighter, superstar, 49-0, the record that Mayweather just beat. And he said, the first person that get mad loses. And I agree with him. Totally.
Yeah, and I guess that's why Mayweather has stood on top for so many years, because even under extreme pressure, media, things of him, beating his wife allegedly. You know what I'm saying? He had all that on top of him, and he would go in that ring like that wasn't even something that happened. You know what I'm saying? He would block all that out because he knew, he had to fight with no emotion. Emotions, if I could say this, that's why women and men, we're so different. You know what I'm saying? As far as the way that we're structured, biologically structured.
Two different things. Like men and women are like land and water.
Exactly.
Yeah, logic goes with the dirt. Emotions go with the ocean.
So it's scientifically proven, right? That the part of the brain that holds emotion in a man and the part of the brain that holds emotion in the woman's part of her brain that holds emotion 5 times larger than a male. So for all the men in the chat, think about the times that you've been at your most, like, steam coming out your ears, just straight up mad, like you just had it, the maddest that you can ever think that you've ever been in your whole entire life. That's just level 1 for a woman. That's just level 1 for a woman.
That's level 1.
That's just level 1 for a woman.
So what you saying? You can't win in that arena with them. You not taking no victories in that arena.
Oh no, this is why you can't go emotion for emotion with a woman like that. They can't, they're yelling, you're yelling, you're not gonna win that. that you're not gonna. They're better at that.
Mm-hmm.
They have more
Way better.
tenacity to handle that. This is why we have to approach that type of argument with silence and get and remove ourselves from that situation. That's how we win that.
Mm-hmm. That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Facts. Facts. Okay. Well, let's move it on. We still got we got fastballs for you. You on the hot seat. All righty. The next one. Alpha mentality has nothing to do with sexual conquest. Alpha energy has nothing to do with sexual conquest. What does that mean to you, brother?
Alpha mentality has nothing to do with sexual conquest.
Yes.
Well, I guess that speaks for itself. It doesn't have nothing to do with me being an alpha. Has nothing to do with knocking down drawers.
Okay, like well, there's a lot of men out there that they may not be in this chat, but they may see this video later, and they believe the more pananis they banging down, the more alpha they leveling up. So are they correct or incorrect?
No, that's incorrect. I
They're
don't think
incorrect.
that. I think that that's incorrect. I mean, I know a lot of beta males
Uh-huh.
that get a lot of drawers.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. Why, if every time you sexually conquer a woman, that will make you more alpha. Alpha is your way of your ethical and moral jacket that you wear. It's that's what that to me is what an alpha is built out of. It's your emotional and ethical jacket
Accountability, responsibility.
and accountability, the vest that you wear, how you walk, how you talk, and your accountability and your being somebody's friend and defending them when they're not present.
Well, on the spiritual level, let's say on the spiritual level, if a man is smashing, let's say, and I don't know too many men that can pull this off, so we're gonna put it out there. Let's say a man is smashing 3 chicks a day. On the spiritual level, why does that make him beta?
Because you're exchanging energy.
Hmm. So hold on. He's giving away his energy to
He's
talk
giving
about it.
every time. This is very true, man. Every time you have a sexual encounter with somebody, you are exchanging energy. So if you're not,
what about a man releasing? Because my teacher used to tell me you couldn't have no sex 6 months before a fight because it makes you weaker. So what about that act in itself? Is that a giveaway of energy every time you bust one off?
absolutely,
So if you bust it
absolutely,
3 times a day, you giving away a lot of energy, right?
absolutely, and this is why, yes, because if I don't know for any other man or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but I know that if you are ejaculating 3 times a day, 4 times a day, and you go
Oh
try
my
to
God.
go for a run, try to lift weights, try to do something physical, you are not going to have the energy to accomplish that.
Facts.
Okay,
Like
because
I got
that
one of my homies that was smashing all of the time. And right now, at the age of 40, he looking like 55. I'm just saying. I'm just
yeah,
saying.
you know what I'm saying? Yes, you exchange energy every time that you have a sexual encounter with somebody, and it could be, and depending on that person, some women are crazy, so you know what I'm saying, they might be draining you of your good energy, and
Well,
they're putting
good
their
energy
bad
and life
energy.
energy. Life
Yeah,
energy.
they're drawing your life energy, and then they're putting in their negative energy into your life that they drained out of you. So now, you know and I'm gonna speak from experience. There's some sexual encounters that I've had years ago that after the sex I left that situation angry. I wasn't angry. I wasn't angry at the girl. But I just felt like, like almost like a depressed, like, and then come to find out that, a couple weeks later of getting to know this girl just had really bad energy. But you don't know it when you're having that sexual encounter, because the sexual encounter is brand new. So you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get laid, and this is what's on your mind. But energy doesn't lie, and this is why you need to be very careful who you give that to. And as I get older, I become, as I get older, I have become less and less promiscuous because of that.
Facts. That's alpha male energy. Well, because listen here, humans are the only mammals on this earth that has perverted sex the way we have.
Absolutely.
Sex is life-giving energy. We know it's meant to produce more humans, more species, more generations and legacies. But we got Pornhub, we got all of this other crazy stuff.
Oh, the access is crazy. And
bust it off. But alpha male energy is about abstinence. It's about
absolutely
holding that energy and giving it out at the right time and at the right moments, and never overdoing it. This is not saying, I ain't saying don't go out there and stop your sexual life. Listen, one life to live, get in where you fit in. But no, with each one you bust off, you're giving away life energy. Life energy. This is universal God power. This is the God power. Universal. And you're giving it away freely to someone that you may not care about, who may not like you, you may not like her afterwards, as my man G-Man just said. Well, let's keep moving on, because we cooking right now. Yo, the grease is on the fire.
Yeah, son. Throw the chicken in. Throw the chicken in, son.
Okay.
Throw that chicken and get it crispy, B. You heard?
All right. Loving self is hard, so beta males love everyone else. Talk about it. What that mean to you? Loving self is hard, so beta males love everyone else. Talk about it.
Yeah, loving yourself is very hard because it's accountability. You know what I'm saying? It's accountability, and it's hard to look in the mirror and love yourself because we're flawed.
So most people don't love themselves. I'm up there at 95% of these people walking the planet don't love themselves.
No, they don't love themselves, and every time like yesterday, that's crazy. This is why we brothers, Burley. I don't even know if you've seen the live that I did yesterday of me shadow boxing, but at the end, I said that it's so important for self-preservation, self-love, self-respect.
Yeah.
Okay. And there was once upon a time in my life where I did not love myself.
Okay.
So I loved my ex-wife more than I loved myself. You know what I'm saying? And how can you love anyone properly if you don't love yourself?
Facts. Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? How can you ever love somebody properly? Your children, your brothers, your friends, the people who you hold close to you. How can you love them when you don't love yourself, or you don't have self-respect for yourself and self-preservation? It's important. Self-love is important, and it's a selfish thing too. Self-love is selfish. Self is self for self. It's for us. And some people around you won't really understand that. They think you're, pushing them away, or, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. But you have to be selfish in life to love yourself. Because when you can love yourself, then you could probably love other people around you.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that through experience, you know what I'm saying? Because, I have fell into depression. I have had suicidal thoughts. I've had things like that happen to me. Not that I would ever go through with suicide, but depression brings those thoughts into your head. You know what I'm saying?
Into
your head.
Crazy world. self-love is the only protection you have. I'll say that. Like this world, as we said, you need a loosely based plan for life because life has so many variables, so many different turns and twists. It throws so many things at you. So, what is your Sloman shield? What is your 52 blocks for life? It's called self-love. You
Self-love.
love yourself, you can take the rocks that life is going to throw at you. You can take the punches you can throw at yourself. And let me tell you this, there's a way to test your self-love. Listen, when you go to prison, you're already in jail. Now, this ain't the old days where they can kill you. When you're in prison and you do something wrong in prison and they have to punish you, what do they do, Mr. G Man? When you're in prison and you do something wrong and they have to punish you, what do they do?
They throw you in the hole or the shoe or solitary confinement, which is the box.
Solitary confinement. Now, why would they use solitary confinement to punish you?
Because it's a mirror.
But what are you seeing in that mirror? What are you seeing? A person that you don't what?
That you don't want to see.
No, yeah. But the person that you don't love.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That person, and that person drives you crazy. Now,
yeah.
would solitary confinement be a punishment to a person who loves himself? Like if we took the Dalai Lama himself, the Buddha master, and say, you know what, Dalai Lama, we putting you in the hole. Do you think that would worry him?
No.
Bingo. Why not?
Because he loves himself.
Yes. That's why he's the Dalai Lama. That's why he's reaching enlightenment. Enlightenment is 100% love of self. That's enlightenment.
And that's the truth. That's the truth. That's facts. Because before my transition of self-preservation and self-love, I had to extract myself from my surroundings.
That's
Do you get what I'm saying? I had to extract myself emotionally and mentally, extract myself from my surroundings in order to get to what is the problem. You know what I'm saying? What is the problem? What is the problem? Why I don't love myself? Why I'm not willing to invest in myself? What's the problem?
What's the problem?
And so if you don't extract yourself and quiet things down and be in solitude mentally and emotionally, then you're never gonna get to the bottom of the issue.
Wow. See, we just broke it down. I just gave y'all a jewel. If any one of you on the live, and I'm not wishing this on anybody, but if you happen to end up in jail and they throw you in the hole, I'm just giving you a way to beat the hole. Love yourself. If you love yourself, you beat the hole. Matter of fact, when they look in the hole, you gonna look up and say, "Can I stay a little longer? I'm really loving myself and getting to know myself down here. Could I stay another month?" You know what I'm saying? You totally freak them out because self-love is enlightenment, people. I'm giving you the jewels right now. You don't need no books to reach enlightenment. There's a story of two monks. One monk was praying. Another monk walked up. He said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm praying to enlightenment." The other monk picked up a rock. He started shining the rock. The other monk looked up and said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm going to shine this rock until it becomes a mirror and I can see my reflection." He said, "You'll never do that." And he looked at him and said, "You'll never meditate to enlightenment. You can't pray your way to enlightenment. You can't read books into enlightenment.
Nope.
It's not that type of thing. Enlightenment is 100% love of self. That's
love of self.
Rules. Everybody that's on this live is getting information that you can't find nowhere else. Only over here at TAT. Everybody tatted up in this room, put your tats up. If you're in the room and you tatted up, please put your tats up. Testicles and testosterone. That's what we're talking about. TAT. In the chat. Throw up the tat. That's all I'm saying. If you in the chat, feeling this live, throw up the tat. Because we're giving away information right here. I'm
tat all day, baby. Tat all day.
Thousands of dollars for it, man. They pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for this information, and we just giving it up. And on every show, we're gonna have somebody like Mr. G Man on the hot seat answering these tough questions that Mr. Burley done put together for you. You know what I'm saying? So we get real live reactions right here, people. This is a reaction live. All right, let's move on. Okay. Women and men are different. Different. Women feel the world, men see the world. What does that mean to you, Mr. G Man? I said women feel the world, men see the world. What does that mean to you?
Well, going back to a little while ago, what I just said, they're just the compartment in their brain of emotion. This is why they feel the world, because their emotion compartment is so big, and ours is way smaller. So we see things. Men are visual, women are emotional. You know what I'm saying? We're visual beings. Like men are visual. I'll give you an example without trying to, get too graphic, but
watch out for YouTube. I don't want to get demonetized.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so it is easy for a woman to give a man an orgasm, extremely easy. But it is hard for a man to give a woman an orgasm, because it's an emotional thing for them. It's a visual thing for us. We could just see the body while we're making love, right? We're going to say that so we don't get flagged enough while we're making love, right? And we can ejaculate. You know what I'm saying? But a woman, you're going to have to, hey, baby, you beautiful. Here's some flowers and here's some candy. And let me pour the wine for you, and let me do the rose petals for you. You look gorgeous tonight. Here, hold my hand. Let me talk to you. Let me play this music for you. Let me massage you. You understand? So it's more emotional for the woman than it is. We're visual. They're emotional. So they feel the world. We look. We're seeing the world. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're visual.
That's right. Well, and this is the main component to why feminism lied to our women. Feminism lied to our women. We are not equal. We are not.
We are not.
Men feel the world, men see the world. And that vast difference that nature has made makes us vastly different to when we set out and we wake up in the morning and the first thoughts that pop in our head, as men and women. The first thought that may pop in your head as a man when you wake up is, how can I take over the world? How can I get to this bag?
Right.
And these are the big differences. And these are the reasons why in your relationships, man, with your women, you must show compassion to your women, because the compassion is the empathy. You're empathetic to their plight. And their plight is they can't see the world. They out there blind. They walking around with blinders on because they trying to feel the world. Women are walking through the world like this, trying to feel it out. We walking through the world like this, trying to see it out. So you have to have empathy and be empathetic to the struggle of your woman who's feeling the world. So there's no reason to argue with her. That's what I'm trying to say. There's no reason to argue with her, because she's feeling these things that may not be happening. You're seeing some of these things. And this doesn't mean that sight is 100%, because certain things you need to feel. That's what they talk about, that gut feeling. When you're around some real bad dudes, you get a gut feeling, and you got to, and as men, we tend to overlook our gut feelings. Women tend to act on their gut feelings. That's how they catch you cheating. There'll be a gut feeling. She'll be in the room like, I got a gut feeling this dude up to something. Next thing you know, she in your phone finding out the real. Finding out the real. So that gut feeling. They feel the world.
Boy.
That's why they have a seventh sense. They have a 6, 7 sense for BS, because nature has given them this so they can choose the right man. But feminism has thrown off their radar, and they out there picking the wrong man, and they're getting bad decisions because they can't logically see that this man is lying to them. He got them feeling good, even though he got them feeling good, but he's straight lying to her. and she can't separate the difference. As much as you try to logically break it down to your woman, it won't happen. So you got to show empathy for her and let her, and understanding that my woman ain't going to understand it. Not everything. Now we're not saying that women have no logical factor. Yes, they do. It's not their go-to. Men's go-to is logic. Women's go-to is emotion. Just like when you fighting. If you start fighting and you go back to this, that's your go-to because you don't train. See, when you run up on Burley, you're gonna get this. See, this is my go-to because I throw these every day.
That's
So
right.
we're not saying that these things are absolutes. There are no absolutes, people. The only absolute we have is death. So we have to use the majority rule here, more or less. You know what I'm saying? And majority of the times, your woman is going to feel things that's not happening, and you have to be compassionate enough to understand it, not attack her, not get mad at her, not put no hands on her. I hope you ain't doing that. Because if you put hands on your woman, Mike Burley will be at your door like a superhero to beat you up. If you can put hands on your woman, you can put hands on me, and I'm always looking for that type of smoke. I love that smoke. So you have to show empathy, just like your woman has to show empathy for you, that you can't feel the world. So you can't feel everything that's happening. And this is the combination that can keep a good relationship is show compassion, people. Don't be out there getting mad because your woman don't understand your logic, and your woman shouldn't be getting mad because you can't understand her feelings or the feelings of the world. Deep stuff there, B. Let's move on.
Salute,
Let's move
salute,
on.
salute.
Okay. All right. So that's the last of the questions that I have from my guest, Mr. Team G Man. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into current events. This is the current
Yes, baby.
event section of this live. In the first one, we got to talk about the hot ones. You know, I got three, but we got to go straight for the hot potato. Brother Polite. Now, Brother Polite told one of his chicks that he wanted to take her daughter out to the club. I don't know what, no, she's 14. He's a grown man, 15. I don't know what clubs is allowing 15-year-olds, but let's continue. They go to the club is closed. He decides to take her back to the hotel. During this hotel stay, he gets drunk, he gives her weed. Somehow his DNA, you gotta watch out, we don't want to get demonetized, ends up on this young woman. She passes out, lips swollen, and he says he's innocent. Now, and I know we got to put allegedly out there, a little shade for that, allegedly. But
Allegedly.
DNA ain't alleged. I'm sorry. DNA is like 99.999.9%. So DNA is not alleged. So I'm not going allegedly on the DNA. They confirmed that it was his DNA. That's why they picked him up and locked him up. So talk about it. How you feel about that, Mr. G Man? And we got daughters, so I'm definitely upset. I'm as mad. I'm as mad as a fox in the hen house. I had to say that because I got my cowboy hat on. You know, cowboy.
Well, um, this is what happens when I guess you get a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
You start to put a lot of females around you. And I'm gonna say allegedly these might have been a demon that he's been carrying with him, but never had the money to make anything like that come to light. First of all, I want to say
they saying there's a big echo. Let me turn this down a little bit more. Does it sound better, people?
Yeah, I don't know why there would be an echo. I don't hear echo on my part.
Okay.
Over here is clear.
He said the echo is on my side. Okay. Let's see. Let me turn my thing down. I should be using my other mic. I'm gonna use my other mic. Okay, let's turn this down. All right, let me see the mic. Hold on one second. All right, unmute. Cam audio. Okay. All right, I turned down the mic volume. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. I just went and turned down the mic volume. Yeah.
Come to press 1 if it's clear or something.
Yeah, press 1 if it sounds better. I just went and turned down the mic volume. Okay. Oh, Gunham Burley says better. Okay, so let's get back into that.
All right, well,
It's a little echo still, so let's get back into that. So yeah, we talking brother polite. Go ahead.
all right, well, first of all, let's bring it back onto the mother, right? So what mother allows a man, unless it's his own biological daughter? Why? How old is Brother Polite's daughter? Why didn't Brother Polite take his own daughter to an after party? That's number one. Number two, why would a woman allow her daughter that is not biologically that man's daughter to take her anywhere? You know what I'm saying?
What club?
Into a club. And what club is allowing 14, 15-year-olds to walk through the door?
Yeah,
I don't care.
I always thought there was an age limit because
I don't care how much money Brother Polite got. I don't know of any owner of a club. Mayweather could walk in the club and talk to the owner and be like, yo, you know, my daughter's only 12. If I slide you, you know what I'm saying, you know, 5,000, can you let her slide through the door? I guarantee you the owner of the club's going to be like, absolutely not. So I don't know how he got the girl into the club to begin with. I'm saying?
Well, the club was closed, so that's the reason why they ended
Okay, so the club, yeah, all right, you're right. So the club was closed. So where was the communication with the mom? Listen here, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I got two daughters. One is 23. She's a mom with a son, and she got another son on the way, right? My youngest, which is my little girl, she's gonna be 14 years old in September 1st. Okay, so she lived with her moms, and I demand that her mom tell me where she take my daughter.
Facts.
That's her biological mom. And well, we're gonna go out to eat. Where you gonna go out to eat? I need an address. Where you gonna be? Pizza Hut. What Pizza Hut? I'm saying we're gonna go to this. We're gonna go to the movie theater. What movie theater? I need an address.
But what are the chances of? What chances do you see Brother Polite pulling out of this when there's DNA evidence?
And when you mean DNA evidence, do you mean sperm DNA?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Was found on this young woman. They matched it to Brother Polite, and they went and got him.
His sperm? Oh, damn. Like, yo, if he slides out of this one, if he does, I believe that his I hope that he has enough money in the bank to live for the rest of his life, because I don't see him making a dime off of nothing no more. Because this is a little girl, you know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So even if he was able to slide from this, I think that Brother Polite's reign will be over. But having DNA evidence that links him, and sperm DNA, that's like 99.99% accurate. That's hard to shake in a court of law.
Fact. Well, I got to speak on it because, you know, you can speak on, because, you know, G-Man here, he old Puerto Rican. King G-Man, he old Puerto Rican right there. So he can speak on Puerto Rican. I'm gonna speak on black. In the black community, that's something that is pretty. I hate to say normal, but normal. Where you have when I was coming up and I was in them streets and we was hustling hard, I knew many dudes that were like 30-year-olds messing with 15, 16-year-olds, some younger.
Hey, same thing in Puerto Rico. Same thing for the Spanish community. Same thing.
And I think that there's an underlying thread to that that's not talked about. Like we all look at R. Kelly and be like, "Oh, shoot," because he got crazy. R. Kelly got crazy, and we ain't giving no excuses for R. They need to throw him under the jail,
Yeah, yeah.
jail, and then throw him and that jail under that jail. That's what they need to be doing to the R. But what I'm trying to say is, there's a lot of R. Kellys in the hood. A lot of R. Kellys are in the hood, and they ain't got
every day, B.
And they out there doing things of the nature of brother polite, and this is why beta males must be stopped at all costs. See, this is beta male thinking. See, beta male thinking is the thinking that perverts sex. Now, have your fun, what you do, have fun. But it's the beta male mentality that will have you thinking, as a brother like Brother Polite, who's got millions of dollars now off of what he's been doing with women around his age, willing to deal with him. He overlooks them and preys on the 15-year-old. See, that's beta male energy.
I can't even in my mind. It's crazy because me and my brother Poppy were talking about this today. You know what I'm saying? While I was on my way to the barbershop today, I was telling them, I don't care what a 15-year-old girl look like. She can have big boobs. She can have a big booty. She's a baby.
That's right,
man. Like, me as almost a 50-year-old man, what sexual experience do I think that I'm going to have with 15-year-old? Like, up here, you got to not be good up here. You know what I'm saying? To have any logical thought in your mind, like, I'm gonna press up on this 15-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what's going to happen to this dude, but it's crazy because for a while, I was a fan of Brother Polite. Now, I listen, when it comes to kids, like if he was caught with a tranny, I would have been like, well, that's the way he floats his boat. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like if you caught with a tranny, like Young Buck, they said he does trannies. Hey, that doesn't mean he ain't a good rapper. Or he not a, he don't make good music, let him live. That's what he do. Same thing with Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor was known to do things with men.
Yeah, I heard about
And
it.
and there was a stand-up he did that he admitted to it. There's one out there on YouTube that he's talking about it in a stand-up. Okay, but is Richard Pryor not the GOAT?
Still the GOAT.
He's still the GOAT. That was just the way but he did it with grown men, not with little boys.
Yeah, he just rides a different boat. He's still the GOAT. He's just on a different boat.
On a boat, exactly. So,
right.
Down with Brother Polite. I ain't with that, man.
Fact. All right. The dismantling of OnlyFans sexual videos. What does that mean to these women that were out there banking on showing their feet, doing all types of sexually perverted acts on video, doing things that strange for little change? What does that mean for them?
Well, that means that a lot of restaurants are going to have new servers. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna be
an uptick in servers. Oh Lord.
Yeah, there's gonna be a spike in servers right now, bro.
Oh Lord, shots fired. Kevin
what I want to know is this, right? Like, okay, so first of all, how long has pornography been on OnlyFans? And now all of a sudden
Well, OnlyFans historically, what's going on is, see, what Kevin Samuels tried to tell these women that he wasn't listening on the Only Fit with Fit and Fresh podcast, whatever, that OnlyFans is not a viable way to make money. So anything you making now, stack it, invest it, flip it,
That's what I was about to
flip it.
say.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's fast money. It's equivalent to hustling. See, men, we know that. Remember, men see the world, women feel the world. See, as men, we know. Just like when I was hustling and selling them things, we all knew that eventually the police was coming. It's logic. It's logic. You can't do something every day and not and don't think that eventually it's going to go left. See, that's logic. See, but women don't think that way. So they was thinking that OnlyFans was going to be around forever. And what OnlyFans did was they got to a certain capital and was like, yo, we can get more money, but we have to get rid of the bad stigma attached to this. So we cutting this off. So it was a business move for OnlyFans. They
Yeah,
trying to go to the next level. They want to level up.
first of all, that's the fault of the performer, right? Like you said, like you said, right? So if you on there, you a performer, you doing these sexual acts, you need to be mindful and say, okay, I'm getting this money, it's coming in, boom. Let me talk to let me go see about some real estate. Let me invest in this house, that house. Let me put my money over here and over there. So it's gonna make me money, because I don't know if one day they're gonna pull the rug from underneath me with this OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? And now I already see women on Instagram saying, oh, if you guys could just, do this and that, because in a month, and I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills without doing this. Like, you've been doing this for a year, 2 years. You got to be making a lot of dough. Why would you not be investing your money?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all business, and that's the fault of the performer. Just like, okay, Kevin Hart goes and does stand-up, right? Mm-hmm. He does stand-up. They pay him good money. Now, if for some reason stand-up comedy just disappears and you can't do it anymore, is it the other person's fault, or is it Kevin Hart's fault if he didn't save his money and invest it properly? You know what I'm saying? So it's more the performance fault. I really don't care. I've never, hey Burley, man, I've never done OnlyFans. I mean, I've never paid. You paying for porn when there's Pornhub? Like, you're paying for porn and there's free porn? I don't understand, man. Like, that's not my thing. I ain't paying to see no naked woman when you could just Google something and you've got porn, you got Pornhub, you got all these other porn sites. I don't understand that. So I don't really care for OnlyFans. So it's not a big deal for me, actually. You know what I'm saying? So that's really on the part of the performer.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the performer's fault, not OnlyFans' fault. They're mad at OnlyFans, but they can't be mad at OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? They got to be mad at themselves for not handling their monies properly. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. That's facts. Well, investments is it's a logical thing, and like I said, that's not a woman's greatest asset. It's using her logic in those moments of making money. And back in the days, that's what men that when women were dealing in the oldest profession, what that is, and there were men that were there. Some men perverted it, and took it somewhere else, beating up on the women. But basically, what that man's side was for the logical side of how to handle the money, and this is why a woman needs to, latch her wagon onto a good husband that understands the ebb and flow of money. The logic side to, you know, investing, saving, taking wealth that's happening right now and doubling it because, you know, a lot of things are a stream, you know, and you got to catch the stream while it's flowing. And when the stream dry up, you want to have invested and saved what you had, you know,
Exactly.
to
Exactly.
survive to the next stream. You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
that these women, you know, OnlyFans was like lightning in a bottle.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They caught lightning in a bottle, but eventually, you know, the light's gonna go out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I mean, I don't know. Personally, I ain't paying to see no naked woman when that's free on the internet. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
All righty. Well, let's get to the next point. The Abe and Preach goes against Fresh and Fit podcast. Now, they were on there arguing about, is the oldest profession an honorable thing for men to use? And Abe and Preach were going with the fact that, you know, powerful men that don't have a lot of time to play the games of relationships, it works for them. And, you know, Fresh and Fit pretty much was saying that it brings down the respect that a woman has for you, that, you know, you may use these women, but because they're in this profession, they're jaded, they're bitter, they're upset, and that they're never going to respect you. They see you just as a dollar bill. Now, the only thing I have with that is that that's never going to change. In a relationship, you're going to spend money. Like it's called the oldest profession for a reason. Now, there are some specifics where you have certain women that say, "Let's cut to the chase. You ain't got to take me out in 7 days. Give me this right now, and we rocking." But then there are others, the majority, that you're going to need to date. You're going to need to court. You're going to need to spend money to get to her. You're going to need to have money to take her out to eat and do things. Even if you ain't paying for her, you're gonna still have to be able to pay for yourself. So money is never going to leave this thing here. Money is always going to be built into this thing. Now, where men who go towards the oldest profession, they have little time because making money burns a lot of time. When you're making that real big money, that's why they say time is money. Money is time. When you're making that real big money, you're using a lot of time and energy. So you don't have that type of time and energy. Oh, okay. Let me see. You don't have that. Let me turn down the mic again. They said it's still messing with them. Let me turn it down again. Okay, go all the way down. Let me see.
That's weird.
All righty. Now we have turned the mic all the way down. Hopefully that helps. Turn the mic all the way down. But like I was saying, it burns time and energy. So you're going to pay either which way. But after going back and forth, Fresh and Fit kind of started attacking one of the guys from Abe and Preach, saying that his wife was probably ugly. They disrespect the fact that he's Asian. They said they wanted to box, not knowing this guy that they disrespected. He's a martial artist. He loves to fight. He wants all of the smoke. And they've been going back and forth. And now the back and forth is showing that some of the women that come on the Fresh and Fit podcast have been showing receipts that to come on this podcast, they're telling them they got to give up the buns just to get on the podcast. But then on the podcast, they're saying that they're out for men and they get these women by being out for men and they don't need to do the tricky stuff like what the lady has receipts for, which is, you know, trying to trick them out of buns. So what do you think about that? Do you even follow them, or have you seen it?
Is that the podcast? It's like there's the two dudes. One looks, I don't know. There's like a dark skinned dude.
Yeah.
There's two of them, right? And then like the table, there's like bright letters on the table type of thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I follow them. I just started following them, I know that a guy named Organic that I follow was on there.
Uh-huh.
Dude had like he got a colorful beard. His name is Organic. So he was on there. So I'm not quite following what the question is. Like, so can you explain?
Pretty much which side do you agree with? Do you agree with the fact that high-powered men or that using women from the oldest profession, does that somehow pull down your credibility as a man?
No, but that's been going on since the beginning of time.
Okay.
Men with wealthy men, kings, princes, they would get the women, to court them, even if they had to pay. Listen, either way, you paying for the woman, whether it's the oldest profession, whether she's into that profession, whether it's just a girl you're trying to court or date, you coming out of your pocket. There's no way around coming out of your pocket trying to be with a woman. Unless she's a straight up scallywag. And you could and you could spark you could throw a blunt and a bottle of Henny and but still, right? You just paid for the green, you just paid for the Henny to give us. So anyway, you putting money out to court any woman, whether she's an escort, a prostitute, etc. You're gonna put out money. Does it make you less of a man if you're a millionaire? And you want exotic women that are not at your disposable, regular women. Some rich men don't want a regular woman. They want the top notch, because as your income changes, right, your tax bracket, the women change. The level of woman as far as looks. So a high value man is not walking around with a fat girl. And I'm not body shaming. I like thick girls. You know what I'm saying? That's me. You know what I mean? But a high value man that makes a lot of money usually is with the Instagram models. And those Instagram models is about that bag. They're not really interested in the dude. The dude can have 2 teeth in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? They're interested in that bag. So does it make them less of a man or less credible as a man? I don't think so, really. I mean, what does that got to do with being a man or being an alpha or a beta? Is that what this is about?
Well, that's the way they was flipping it, but that was the conversation that made both of their podcasts kind of collide. And I do believe Abe and Preach are still going pretty hard at Fresh and Fit, and with the lady coming out with receipts saying that Fresh and Fit is saying that to get on the show you gotta give up the buns. It's not looking good.
Right. That goes on in Hollywood too.
Yeah, that's a
right. You're an actress. You're up and coming. You want a big role? Come into my office. I'll make sure you get the role.
That's right.
This happens everywhere, man. This is not anything new or, anything new under the sun. I mean, men are gonna pay for what they want. You know what I'm saying? So if this is their platform and they're saying, hey, to get on my platform, I got to do this. You got to do this or that to get on this platform. Then that's the way they run their show. And, because I know that they've had women on there and they talk about, what do you women bring to the table? And well, I'm sexy. And they start, Kevin Samuels has started a monster bus, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
He has. Like everybody's piggybacking off of this, man.
It's called the manosphere, and I think it's necessary. I like the facts. Not everybody's message I agree with. I think there's always going to be extremes to the rule. There's always going to be those people that kind of like take it somewhere else. But the basic structure of it, I like. I like the idea that men have a place to come and voice their things on their chest. Men don't really have the place to really talk. Some men just don't talk enough. They bottle it up, or they don't have the homies that that I may have. Like I got a homie like you that if I ever have a problem, I can call and zone in to you no matter what it is. I got a lot of homies like that. We just men like that. That's the alpha male mentality too. That you can do that. But some of us as men, they don't have this outlet. So the man knows.
This is good because it's good. I mean, it's good. This outlet is good because for a minute, Burley, women have had the platform for a minute, and now the man, Kevin Samuels, he came in. Now he's developed this platform, and now men are more willing to step up and say, hey, we're not dealing with this type of woman no more. We don't want to deal with your type of woman no more. So this is good for other men to see that, we are the prize. You know what I'm saying? It gives us a platform to talk because for a minute, the empower, it's nothing wrong with women being empowered and having jobs and being CEOs of companies, but I think that in this world, they have taken it to another level where they made themselves like into men. Do you know there was a story behind Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony? She left Mark Anthony because Mark Anthony was that old Puerto Rican that wasn't trying to heal. Jennifer Lopez was trying to say, I got money, I'm the boss. And Mark Anthony was like, yo, I don't care nothing about that. So I'm the man of this family. I'm the man of this relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that, your money or none of that. So J-Lo just left. J-Lo packed the shit and left because, you know what I'm saying? There's no women with money and they got their own thing. Any woman that pays all her bills by herself, she's single. You know what I'm saying? Can't hear you, Burley.
You better now?
There you go. Yep, can hear you now. What you were saying?
I said so you believe that was the reason that Mark Anthony and J-Lo split? You think Mark was a little too rough for her, too real for her?
Yeah, Mark is an old school breaded Puerto Rican, man. He is the man in his relationship. He is the alpha male. And he wasn't trying to hear all that, you got money and all of this other stuff. Like, he didn't care about none of that. He's old school. Fact. You know what I'm saying? And this is why when you seen her with Mark Anthony, J-Lo disappeared for about a year or two. You didn't see J-Lo. You didn't see her in the public. You didn't see her in any interviews. You didn't see her shaking her butt in no videos no more, nothing. You know what I'm saying? She just disappeared for a while because Mark Anthony was like, nah, you're not going to be out there doing all of that when you're my wife.
Facts.
He's old school. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I can see that. That's all facts. That's all facts. Well, Mr. G, man, it was great to have you. There was a little technical difficulties.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah,
this was a good one. This was a good one, Burley. I like this one. This was a good one, brother.
Yeah, it was a great conversation.
How many people in the chat we have, man? How many people?
Well, we were all the way up to I think it was like 20 people in the building at the height. We have 7 now. We done lost a couple of people. You know, I think the echo was getting to them. You know, Corey
Yeah, I'm
Thompson
gonna have
said,
to,
"G
you know,
man."
we're gonna once you, you know what I'm saying, this is done, I'm gonna go to my YouTube and see what the problem was. I don't hear anything on my end.
Yeah, I can hear it a little bit on my end. Corey Thompson said, "G man, what's up?" Or he said, "G man," but we're gonna say that he was saying, "What's up?"
Salute,
That's
salute.
right. That's right. We're going to thank everybody for showing up for this live. There'll be more lives. We're going to have people on the hot seat taking the hard questions from your boy Burley and then giving it back. As always, hands up, chin down, rumble, young man, rumble. Let's put on our closer. There we go.
Yeah.